because your mans did all this recording and completely forgot to turn his mic on, what I'm going to explain is happening in the background is I'm showing off that I have the marks of distinctions for the Martlet MkIV. And yeah. Yeah, that's what this video is about, basically. I'm going to talk about some history on it, what I can find of it, because it seems to not be a well-covered aircraft, but I'll tell you everything I can find. And I got some really good gameplay, like, really good gameplay. Like, I was surprised with how well this thing worked. But, basically, the, Martlet MkIV is a British adapted Hellcat, or not Hellcat, Wildcat. It has, I'll show you the engine momentarily. It has a Pratt and Whitney. Hold on, I'll show you here. It also has the regular setup, 50 cows in the wings, like a Hellcat or Wildcat. And there's the engine, Pratt and Whitney R1830-86 with a 14-cylinder radial engine with 1100 horsepower. Not a bad plane. It actually surprised me. It can do some pretty decent speeds and really controllable. And yeah, someone who has good trigger discipline can pull a lot of kills out of this. You hit the right spots, really, you can do great. And that's what I did. In my first game that I'm going to show, didn't do so great. Second game, oh my god, that was amazing. Like, man's almost had an ace, but I had to rearm. But yeah, that is the British Martlet MkIV. Man, that's so weird to say. But I'll read off what I can find about the MkIV. There's not a lot on it, but the Royal Navy purchased 220 F4F4s adapted to British requirements. The main difference was the use of the Wright R820 40B Cyclone in a distinctly more rounded and compact cowling with a single double wide flap on each side of the rear and no lip intake. These machines were named Martlet MkIV. While scaled down testing of the Martlet IV at 7,300 pounds and a maximum speed of 278 miles per hour at 3,400 feet and 298 miles per hour at 14,000 feet. Maximum climb rate of 1,500 feet per minute at 6,200 feet at 7,700 pounds weight. And a time to climb to 20,000 feet of 14.6 minutes. Service ceiling at 7,700 pounds was 30,100 feet. That's all I can really find on it, actually, which is really sad. Now it's just telling me about the Wildcat, the American Wildcat, not British adapted. Yeah, there's not a lot of history on this thing, which really sucks. Yeah. There's jack squat of it on Wikipedia, which a lot of people might not trust that source, like it, whatever. Every other thing coming up for British Martlet MkIV is scales, like build it yourself, little mini aircraft stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna play the good gameplay. And this first game right here, not so good, but the game upcoming, Whew, spicy. And so here I am, now having to RTV because I'm low on ammo. But my man's thinking he praying on some weak food. You're in a MiG-3, my boy. It's an okay plane, but doesn't compete with me. But my man's, I underestimated him. And then he runs from me. After that little engagement, just runs right back to my team to get absolutely shit on. Yeah. It was a great game though. And I did try to get him with that, but my left wing was crit, my engine was oofed. So I had to circle back and attempt to try to RTB. But this thing is wonderful. Exactly what I expected it to be. But you'll see here soon that MiG eats it in the dirt. And then the one that I critted, I think I put like a couple 50 cals in his engine. So he was screwed. At this point, he was just desperately trying to pull back what he could. And I was desperately trying to pull up off the ground. But in the end, my team pulled a W out of this. And it was a good game. I enjoyed it. And you guys can see I'm just barely keeping up the ground, but I don't want to give him that kill because, you know, cheap boys never win. Take what targets are viable and, you know, gonna catch up the end kick your butt if you're not paying attention. I mean, I was AFK flying back to my airfield, but man's just couldn't leave it be. And man's played a dangerous game. Also, yeah, sorry, talking memes a lot. I love you guys, though. Don't leave me, please. I have no friends. Actually, I have a couple friends, but yeah. Now, here is the great gameplay. I mean, it doesn't ramp up until like a couple minutes in, really. But here I am, I'm just surveying the battlefield, you know, like a pilot should. I'm checking out the max ult this thing can go to. And, yeah, don't worry, I don't go for the bombers. I went for all fighters this game. God blessed the Martlet. It was gorgeous. I loved playing this thing, it was fun. I think it's going to be a fantastic collector's item for War Thunder players, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I spot the I-16 there, and I'm like, okay, my mans, let's go. You're not about to team up on my team down there, teaming up on your boy, but, you know, he's like, okay, I'm going to team up on them because they're teaming up on my mans. And I see the P-39K, and I'm like, ah, God. Okay, not going to deal with that right now. This is my priority. So I go full speed in. I'm going after that I-16. And this thing keeps stable at high speeds. Like, I was surprised at it. Like, what am I doing right now? I can't see the screen that well. I think I'm doing about 500 kilometers an hour. Around there, yeah. And it just controls really well. Although the fact that I missed absolutely every one of those shots makes me want to throw up. But then I circle back. I get my altitude back. I spot this I-16. He's not paying attention to me. I try to shoot him. And... man, I'm a bad shot. But wait for it. He whips it. He whips that thing into a hard turn. And... this man's hits me, but I'm okay. It's alright. This man's is gone. He is hot AF, and it's gone. Poor guy. I feel for him. I do, but I don't. The I-26 or I-16 is a fantastic plane, and you can't let my mans get on anybody's 6. They rip that guy out of the sky. So I go for this yak, and my shots are good, real good. And then I go for this lag, and my shots are not so good. Then I see the P-39K coming in. I'm like, uh-oh, okay, let's go big boy, let's go. Mans didn't stand a chance. And it's just like, my boy, live with you. It's literally memes central. Omae wa mou shinderu. Noni. And from here, it's really smooth sailing. I just go back to my airfield, but there's a surprise. And I'm gonna skip forward a little bit so you guys can see the surprise sooner than later. Alright, we skip forward about 30 seconds to a minute or so. Yeah, about a minute. Now, can you guess what the surprise is? Well, one thing. My man's over here playing him, or second best player on the team, is also Martlet. And so I'm waving to him, of course. And I'm like, hey, Martlet brother, what's up? We both have 3 kills. And then I see a Peshka 3, and I'm like, mans, what are you doing? Hello? Your whole team is dead, and you're coming after us. I'll oblige. And I'll send you to a watery grave. And I was surprised at how maneuverable this guy was. Like, he tickled me there. And I was like, oh, okay. And at this point, I realized my ammo count is mad low. And now I only have 70 shots left. So I really need to make these shots good. And I don't know what happened to Martlet boy, but I got this. Like right there. Just beautiful shots. 73 beautiful shots right into his fuselage. And so here I am. I'm going to escort him to his death at this point. But it doesn't burn out. He puts that fire out so quick. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I ram him? Do I watch him? Do I see what happens? My engine is hot. Ow. But, I just fly alongside him. I watch him. And then I, realize around here that his engine is out. And one engine out on a twin-engine aircraft is always bad. But then I realized, mans is going in the drink. And he's not happy. But I got my 4th kill. And so me and Martlet brother over here, we hook back up. We get on each other's wings. And then we fly back to the airfield. Happily ever after. And really, this is the end of the video. I really enjoyed flying this plane out. If you have the opportunity to get it, go for it. It gets better matchmaking than the actual Wildcat. And here it just skips to where the game ends. But yeah, it's better matchmaking than the actual Wildcat itself. Fun fact. Because the Wildcat itself, like, I don't know. It seems to face Japan a lot. Japan or Russia. But with the Martlet, I got nothing but Germany and Russia. Also, my up tier and down tier things about 50-50. Like, I didn't get down tier at all, but I was always at my tier 2.7, or I was at 3.0, 3.7 in there. And I can fight at 3.7. It did fairly well at 3.7. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Some days I'll post 1 time, some days I'll post 10 times. You never know. But I love you guys.